Got a good show for you today. It's an interesting repair on a house built in 1915. All the details regarding pricing and the business will be on a separate video on the Handyman Business YouTube channel. I'll link that in the description and the first pinned comment. I always get a lot of questions on the customer, the price, the schedule, the timeline, expectations. All that stuff is related to how I run my business. In this video, I'm going to give you all the information about the house, the history of the house, the method of construction that led to this problem, how common this problem is. Here we go, heading down into the basement. This is what we're looking at. This is a brick foundation built in 1915. This here is not drywall over studs or anything. This is a skim coat over bricks. I see this a lot on these fix and flips. I'm gonna start digging this out here and show you what's behind this. Not sure what I'm gonna find back here. This is the outside of the house. Got good slope away from the house, but still, you can see that's a good fall there, but a lot of this caulking needs to be addressed. It's pretty tight. There's not any real obvious cracks where water can get in here. We haven't had rain in, I don't know, a couple months, so that is groundwater that is seeping through the soil. It's probably a condition that has been going on, well, since they finished that stairwell. Over here you can see some more evidence of fix and flippy stuff and also neglect. This stuff here should have been cut up a little bit higher, and the underneath side should have been primered and painted. I'm gonna give you a quick peek. Look at that piece of art. The guy who built this thing is a craftsman. Look at this bench. Look at how that is held up. 3 kids. That is so amazing. A lot of mesh tape. Even more. And this is not a setting compound. This is actual joint compound here. I can feel the moisture in it. It's actually literally loose bricks in here and dirt. Kind of got you on the side here. That is not what you want to see. Pretty sure this is just regular joint compound. Up here I can start to see the skim coat of probably mortar or some sort of plaster. I just wanted to go over a few things because a lot of you may not even have houses that are 105 years old, or it's very rare. Most people don't live in them. They've been torn down. But in major metro cities, old houses, actually this really isn't that old. It's only 105 years old. This is very common, these fix and flips. Typically what I run into is something like this, where there's no damp proofing at all on the brick and they just skim coat right over it. So a proper way to have done this, or a more proper way, would to have been at least to put some dry lock on the brick on this skim coat of mortar before you skim coat it with joint compound. Or better, don't use joint compound. Use a real plaster or a setting compound. So up here, not too bad. Very kind of standard. I'm also seeing it on this side of the stairwell. And who knows what's behind here? If there's bricks behind here, but the same thing's happening. Typically, people just want me to treat the symptom, not the problem. The problem would be to tear out the staircase, scrape this whole thing, put up some proper damp proofing, really look and try to find some some drainage issues. Let me get the O-light back in here. Where the hell did I put the O-light? You can see how it's somewhat undermined. Those are some cobwebs, so things are like living in there. Yeah, that's pretty nasty. But it goes back, and you can see the next course of bricks is right there. So they just said, hey, you know what? Just put the dang staircase in and call her good. It's been a while since I've had you guys out here in the old tool trailer. Got too many damn keys. Oh, this is what it's looking like these days. A little rough. Still haven't rebuilt this thing like I wish I had the time to do. The most common repair option is hit that with some setting compound, retexture, repaint the upper stairs. It's not a practical solution to tear out the stairwell, chip all of that off. We still have these ugly looking stairs. Re-mortar, re-pack in bricks into the dirt. It's just not practical. People don't choose that option ever. First, I gotta discuss with the homeowner. I need them to see what they've got before I do a repair. Keep in mind, this is not a rental house. This is not a property manager. This is a highly valuable customer to me. They've been with me for longer than you two, which is about 5 years. So they've been around 6 or 7 years. So that is important that I take care of them. Very, very good. Very, very good. So make a quick phone call and we will see what we do for the rest of the day. While I'm waiting for the customer to get back with me, I thought I'd give you a review of the paint that I used to paint this. This has been in a high use mudroom. Like I said, there's how many kids? 3 kids, 2 adults here. And this is some Home Depot, it's a water-based alkali, however you pronounce it, enamel. And you can see they've been beat up pretty good. Scratches, dents, stains, but nothing's peeling. Nothing's, you know, coming apart. Jeez, look at even this front edge here, where you can see they're putting our shoes in and out, looks great. The only problem with that paint is it took 8 hours to dry between coats. This thing looks brand new. Can't believe it. Curiosity got the best of me. This is the other side of the wall that goes up to this big mud room here. So this is the one side where we got the big gaping hole and dirt, and this is the other side. And what they've got going on is some old beadboard above grade, drywall nailed to this beadboard above grade. Right about here is where the drywall stops, and everything below that is joint compound just packed in around the bricks. You can see right here, goes right in, packing around the bricks. And that's very, very moist. That is a joint there between this brick and this brick. And the mortar just literally just flakes away and turns into dust. We've got our orders. Quick fix. They are not wanting to remove any carpet. They're not wanting to remove any drywall. They want this done ASAP. Just make it look good. Okay. There is no guarantee. Is tape off the carpet. I'm putting dry lock in some of these areas here, the more exposed areas. Both sides. I'll get that corner too. This is going to get filmed with foam. Once the foam dries, you shape it, dry locked again, and then a setting compound texture paint. So So I squirted it way back up in there to kind of be a barrier. I'm just going to let this go. Don't want to put too much in there. Keep in mind, this thing will expand a lot, a ton. Don't leave home without this. This is my Gerber center drive. Has been working flawlessly, no problems at all. Hasn't broke, hasn't loosened up on me. Having all the bits right there in my little sheath here. Got my own little pry bar, little nail puller. Link in the description. Discount code Handyman, I think. Get you 10% off. This is dry lock. In there. Dry lock is on the exposed areas. Keep in mind, those areas with just the old joint compound on the bricks, I don't know how many years it lasted. I'm guessing 7 to 8 years, because I think they've owned this for about 4 or 5. You can see the foam is all filled in, and I packed it way back in there underneath the steps. This bottom step here will start rotting away first, especially in this corner down here. They have regular pine wood sitting right on the dirt. There's just wet dirt underneath this stairwell. It's all foamed in there. Everything has been sealed up and getting ready to put the joint compound on. Well, the first coat of paint is on. Even though at this stage it looks like it's good to go, that texture will suck up a lot of the paint and it'll flash. So I have to stick around until it dries to put a second coat on so that I don't have a flashing effect on the repair areas.